Welcome all to Mortals Watch Today and a third look at Liverpool stereography, this time featuring the work of German-born immigrant Helmut Petschler. Helmut Petschler set up in business as a portrait photographer in the northern city of Manchester in partnership with his English wife Alice in 1859. An early advocate and admirer of stereography and its pictorial effects, Helmut's passion outside of his portrait practice was to travel the countryside via railway in order to capture views of the places he visited and, occasionally, the people he encountered. He began printing and selling his first stereographs in 1860, often mounting his crudely cut double photographs on yellow backing card, but in order to make his work stand out from rivals and contemporaries, he quickly developed a preference for backing cards coloured pastel blue. Fascinated by industry and commerce, Helmut found himself venturing ever further afield, inevitably ending up in the port of Liverpool, Manchester's great northern rival. The stereographs Petschler made in Liverpool offer a unique glimpse of the port at a very specific point in time, and thus constitute, alongside the work of Henry Sampson, arguably the most significant series of photographs taken in Liverpool in the 1860s. The first view in this series is the erroneously titled Liverpool, the Royal Exchange. The building photographed at seemingly a very early hour of the morning is not in fact the otherwise entirely unrecorded Liverpool Royal Exchange, but rather Liverpool Town Hall. Petschler's misattribution probably derived from his unfamiliarity with Liverpool itself and his confusion of grand architectural style with that of his native Manchester, whose Royal Exchange on Market Street, close by his own studio, may have suggested itself as being of a similar scale to the Town Hall. One of the earliest surviving examples of a view, in this case looking down Castle Street, that would become ubiquitous for generations of photographers, Petschler's shot of the Liverpool Town Hall is most intriguing for the strange emptiness of the thoroughfare and the tonal contrast of its scant shadows. The second stereograph in Petschler's Liverpool series is a rare shot of Liverpool's first public sculpture, Richard Westmacott's Baroque Nelson Monument, captured in its original location in front of James Wyatt's Exchange buildings, Exchange flags, in other words, behind the Town Hall. Wyatt's elegant original building, constructed between 1803 and 1809, was razed to the ground shortly after Petschler's stereograph was made, in order to make way for a new continental or French-style exchange building by James's nephew Thomas Henry Wyatt in 1863. Petschler's stereograph documents the appearance of the monument at a time when the environment surrounding it was about to undergo considerable change. Notable are the cast iron railings surrounding the sculpture, a necessary feature to prevent cotton exchange employees and habitués from taking liberties, and the flagpole cum spear, long since vanished, held by the sailor figure behind Admiral Nelson on the left. A third stereograph showing Liverpool Custom House, taken from a vantage point located close to Canning Half-Tide Dock, offers a view of the vast west portico and central dome, traditionally one of the first sights a sailor or immigrant would see upon arrival at the port. This enormous building, originally designed by town surveyor John Foster Jr., 1826 to 1839, dominated the Liverpool skyline in the mid-1860s and was widely regarded as a key element of any visit to the town. Tourists in particular were apt to stop and marvel at the immense size of the customs house, and would often sit on the dockside chain-link barriers, as indeed several ghostly passers-by are shown doing in the stereograph, the better to take it all in. Tourism in Liverpool was becoming a major industry in and of its own right by the 1860s, and this point is ably underscored by the inclusion of two further stereographs taken by Petschler as part of his Liverpool set. They show, in the first instance, the indubitably grand Washington Hotel at St George's Place, a future haunt of noted writers such as Samuel Clemens, as well as beloved locale of actors and actresses soon associated with the Prince of Wales Theatre. It also includes a shot of the Adelphi Hotel on Lime Street, favoured harbour of none other than Charles Dickens. Dickens had first stayed at the Adelphi in 1838 and considered the venue to be the most aristocratic and well appointed of any establishments outside London. He returned to Liverpool to stay at the Adelphi on many further occasions. Under the management of the inestimable James Radley, the Adelphi fostered a reputation for comfort and excellence that was second to none, and thus appealed to the irascible author of David Copperfield and Oliver Twist, who, by his own admission, was not a good traveller. With the establishment of his own Manchester Photographic Company in 1865, Helmut Petschler embarked upon a further series of stereograph views taken in notable towns, villages and buildings up and down the country. The views published under this aegis included at least one further addition to the Liverpool set, a splendid view entitled, as per the printed label on the back, Grand Entrance, St George's Hall. This stereograph, dated 1867, offers a fine, unobstructed view of the great tympanum frieze designed by Charles Robert Cockerell, as unveiled in 1854. As one of the clearest extant early photographic examples of this sadly lost sculpture, Petschler's stereograph is perhaps most remarkable for its matter-of-fact simplicity and straightforward compositional style, reminding us, as interested viewers, that we are often surrounded by greatness and wonder, if we can all just take a moment to recognise it, however fleeting the experience, and albeit we are all passing through.